Very good morning, people of the internet. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Thank you very much for those who are tuning in for the first time. My name is Kunguru87, born in Kenya, born and raised. Last week there was a major story that was trending back in Kenya, and it really made heads roll. Unfortunately, yesterday, as I was about to go live, again, the same thing has happened. Now, I want us to go a bit aside from the main theme. Do you know that someone else died at the hands of police officers in the same county, Homa Bay County? What's not happening in Homa Bay? Something is not right. If you go back to history, there's a certain legislator, the mom and the dad were burnt inside their house. Same county. A few days ago, or a few weeks ago, a legislator from the same county lost their lives. A few days ago, a very good teacher and social media enthusiast was murdered or killed in the hands of policemen from the same county. Yesterday, I think it was the day before yesterday at night, or the morning of yesterday is when the news broke out. Again, actually this one happened in the same county. Not that this person hails from that county, inside the same county. So, what is happening in that county? And do you know what is irony? Irony is when the PS for internal security comes from the same county. The Englishmen say, when it rains, it pours. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, something is not right. Something is not working out well. I think, I believe something. I believe in Swahili wanasema, hii imeshinda hata ya Mungu, hii imeshinda maombi. It is quite unfortunate. However, again, the morning of Saturday, or the night of Saturday, we were brought again to some circus and some hula baloos. How many of you saw that clip that was going around on social media, aired by one of our great and biggest TV stations, about how the body of the deceased was taken to a hospital, a few circus there, here and there for around 20 or half an hour, then I think back to the morgue? There are 4 things I observed. 4. 1, I'll be very quick this time. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I'll be very quick. 1, never have I, personally speak of my own experience, never have I ever seen a stretcher, the one that's usually inside the hospitals, mostly the emergency area, either a wheelchair or a stretcher. Never have I ever found it with a bed sheet on top of it. Never. 1. 2, do you know the meaning of emergency? Right now, if you're called that so and so needs an emergency, you're like, okay, you know, that's how this policeman or whoever was standing next to the deceased were. Yet they took him to an emergency section. Do you know that in an emergency section, no car should be parking just close to it? No one should be standing aimlessly. At any given time, it should be clear and crystal, like a car can just swerve in, boom, like an ambulance. It's an emergency. The doctors come, or the nurses, or whoever, they just come and quickly attend to this individual while they're taking information from the people who have just brought him in. What has happened? Were they involved in an accident? Have you given them first aid? Can we give them their name? Can we give them their they are trying to pick information as they're attending to this particular individual so fast so that they can save the life of we are talking of a human being who's irreplaceable. It's not like a chicken somewhere or a goat that has been. But did you see how those people are walking very casually? 3, the way they were walking or just conducting themselves, it's like it's something they've been used to be doing. Let me take you back a bit. Have you guys been those people who go out for parties, they just going to their local drinking joints? You go to a church, you go to a library, you go to a hotel where you're going to have some coffee with your friends or just on your own. the list is endless. Do you see the way, if you're a regular there, the way they attend to you? Like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, you're usual. Yeah, like, yeah, you're usual. Did you see the body language of even the staff at Mbagathi Hospital? They were like, this is the normal norm. It's normal. We've been seeing these guys, or we've been seeing certain individual. It's not like, hey, people are like, hey, cops are coming around. For example, right now in your village, if you guys are not frequently seeing police officers, when you see a police officer, there's that body language you give them, like, what are these guys doing here? Like, let me take you back a bit again. Yesterday there was some wedding that was going on from where I reside, and they were having a police escort. The police on the motorbike. Everyone was like, wow, this must be someone who's very prominent. So like for some 10 or 5 minutes when the motorcade was passing, everyone was standing like, wow. All the cars were all 4x4 V8 cars. That's how people stand, because wow, it's not a usual thing. But at that hospital, it was a usual thing. People just look at it's normal, nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary. And remember, it's an emergency section. Did you guys pick that? 4. Apart from the 3 policemen, there was a security guy. That guy could blow this case wide open. Trust me, wide open. Why am I saying so? He's the only one who can affirm to us what really happened. We've not heard of him. We don't know him or her. So he's the only individual, or she's the only individual who can blow this case wide open. Last but not least, 5. Have you guys ever attended to someone who's been involved in an accident, someone who's sick, someone who's maybe one or another has got special needs, or special needs not necessarily, but let me stick to these 2. Have you guys ever picked someone who's from the ground, trying to place them maybe on the bed or on the seat or on the wheelchair? Have you guys ever picked someone like that? Versus you're picking someone who's not even responding. When you're going to pick someone who's like maybe sick, or maybe they're hurt, or maybe they broke their leg or their arm or their whichever, their feet, the knees, they've got some kind of surgery that was done on their parts of the body. When you pick them up, they should like, please lift me slowly. That place hurts. Could you use another way of lifting me up? Even someone who's been involved in an accident, it is being said time and again. You don't just pick them or pull them out of the car without getting the knowledge of how to pull them. That's why the medics who come with an ambulance, they come with like something like a bed or something. It's flat. They place it below them, then they turn the individual back, and then they pull them out. You don't just pull them as if, no. That's why a lot of people, it's being alleged that they die during an accident because of how they were removed from the accident scene. You don't just pull them, no. Now let's come back to that video. Did you guys see the way the disease was being brought from the van or the pickup or behind that police car to the stretcher bed? No movement, no nothing. Believe you me, even if you are hurt to what extent, you're like, you could have seen someone raising, like, that place really hurts. Don't even touch there. But you see, there was no movement at all. I've zoomed in more than 1 million times, but I've not seen any movement at all. And this will be part of the defense trying to argue the case about. Now we've been brought again to some, I call this, it's a circus, and we're not clowns. Come on. The government and the CID and IPOA. We're not clowns. Don't make this a circus. You are alleging this individual again was mugged into police cells. For crying out loud, where does that happen? If anyone has never gone to Central Police Station, let me tell you a bit of what happens in police stations. Even if people want to attack you, not everyone can attack you in a police station. No, come on. No, plus gone are those days. What they do is just frisk, if maybe you're carrying a few things, maybe money, cigarettes, the small things. But beat you to that extent. First and foremost, if you let me summarize it to you guys. We were told he was put in his own police cell. Then again, we are being told yesterday that certain individuals, I think 3 of them will be arraigned in court or have already been arraigned in court, that they went and beat him. For crying out, this is a circus. I call this a circus. You don't just wake up one day and start. This is a circus. We are not clowns. If you guys know what a clown is, those people with the red stuff and... No. Let the people responsible, power, the word I should be removed from there. It's power. You're just a police officer to throw. You're not doing anything constructive. And the CID or whoever is in charge, please. And let me tell you guys, people of the internet, that the more we joke about this thing, the more we continue joking about this thing, Kenyans are watching. We are watching. We are watching, and it is very unfortunate. About this new individual who I think as of yesterday died again in the police cells. I'll dig into it. Our sources are on the ground trying to get and fix the bits and pieces and come back to you guys with a summarized intel. I don't like taking people into a lot of, we call them vipindire. Vipindi mingi tuwachane nayo. In English we say stop this soul suckers. Let's not beat around with a lot of stories. No. It is quite unfortunate. It is very, very unfortunate. Again, do you know, even the government cannot delete your ex account. It's only an individual who can delete the ex account. Someone said that they called the wife or they called someone else. The disease called the someone else. Could we get the last pin location that he was having his conversation with? That's what I'm telling you. One of these network providers or service network providers are throwing us under the bus. However much they can give press statements outside, they're denying them. It's clearly what is happening. When the legislature died, I gathered all my intel. Within 1 week, heads were rolling. But when this certain individual was killed behind the police cells, as it is alleged, we're still having just suckers. People of the internet, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, wake up. Wake up and stand for yourselves. No. It's too much. Again, hardly has the dust settled, someone else dies in a police cell. Oh my goodness. Something needs to be done. Someone is literally sleeping on their job. Take your time. Do your own research. Thank you for everyone who's reaching out in the inbox. Do your comments. And let's analyze this situation bit by bit. And do not make or give the government up even 10 minutes of your time for these suckers they're taking. Do not give them that time to take us through these suckers they're taking us through. We'll meet again in the next clip. Have yourself a wonderful Monday morning.